Ah, that was a little quicker this time. All right, listen. Welcome to Breaking News Psycho Platter episode 52, entitled Kiss Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Induction. Here comes my bad singing. It's a circus, which the t-shirt today I happen to have. I know you can't see it real well, but it is the tour shirt from '98 when I went and saw them. Yeah. Now, before I get on my rant, yeah, I got a rant going. I want to mention here something. Like I said, this is just my opinionated piece, okay? Since we're talking about Kiss, I do want to bring this up. I'll bring it up at the beginning. I'll bring it up at the end. Please go like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube, not only to my show, Psycho's Platters, but to Three Sides of the Coin. That is the word 3, not the number 3, because I tried looking it up the other way around and it wouldn't come up or something. So do it that way for Facebook and YouTube to keep you in the know in anything in Kiss world, okay? So let me try to do a short story about my semi-fascination with Kiss, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing up Three Sides is because they're probably going to have a better debate topic discussion about all of this. But like I said, I had to do this. I just had to because it's eating me up a little bit. Kiss is one of my favorite 70s bands. It always has been. I got turned on to them. I'll admit it. It was around between the time of Alive and Destroyer. That's how I found out about them, okay? Although, after looking at History, the first volume, where they show them on Mike Douglas, I could have sworn I saw that back then, because I used to watch Mike Douglas, Merv Griffin, all that other stuff. So I might have actually watched that clip back in '74, but that would have put me at about 7 years old, so my mind isn't entirely that well. But I remember that between Alive and Destroyer, that's when I found out really that they picked up on my internal radar anyway, okay? Did I fall for the hype? Did I get the lunch boxes, the Kiss cards, all that other stuff? I think I ended up getting the Kiss cards. The dolls, for whatever reason, I had a very hard time finding those dolls. But I pretty much bought every album at that time that I could get my hands on, or at least 45s, depending on how much money I had. So I really, you know, I've been, they should say, in the Kiss Army pretty much for ever since that time frame. I do remember I was supposed to be able to go see Kiss in '76 in Chicago with a real cool friend of mine, but my mother at that time, she doesn't remember this, of course, because I brought this up before, she said, no, you ain't going because they're too satanic. She believed all the hype or whatever, and I said, this is what got me put in my room for the rest of the day. I said, Ma, they can't be too satanic. Either they are satanic or they're not. I got grounded to my room for the rest of the day. But was it worth it? Yes, because I was able to listen to my Kiss records and other stuff without anybody bothering me. But so that was the first time I was supposed to go see them. I didn't end up going until '90, Greatest Show on Earth, back up in Alpine Valley, Wisconsin. It was Faster Pussycat, Slaughter, Winger, and Kiss. And I'm glad I saw that show. God, was that crazy. It was, with the Sphinx and the flames and the smoke. Oh boy. It was crazy. And then I didn't go again for some reason until '98 when they came to Rockford Metro Center in Rockford, Illinois for Psycho Circus. I got to see them, and they kicked ass, of course. And then 2000, in September 2000, I got to go see the Ha Ha Farewell Tour. At that particular time frame, closest interaction that I had was Peter Criss. It was me and my kid were the only ones waiting by the stage door. We were nice. he blew us off, both of us, and I yelled, "Hey, I spent my lunch money on you guys in '76," which was true. I did. I saved my... Don't tell my mom. Anyway, so the only official KISS member that I actually have gotten to meet, truthfully, was Eric Singer back when he drummed for Alice Cooper in 2004, I want to say. It was the Dirty Diamonds tour, and that was also at Davis Park in Rockford. Very nice man, very nice. We talked all things KISS and Alice for about 5-10 minutes or so. All right, so I know 5 minutes and I'm going long-winded here. So here's my whole point of the whole thing, okay? Yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off about the whole KISS Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction thing, okay? I wrote notes, so let me just go off of this stuff, okay? KISS going in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in April. According to RollingStone.com's website, they posted a statement from KISS's band's website that says, "To bring this to a quick end, we have decided not to play in any lineup, and we will focus on celebrating our induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame." Now, how all this BS kind of got started is because Ace Frehley, of course, last Friday night revealed on Eddie Trunk's radio show that the original lineup wouldn't perform, and he said that he wasn't willing to perform alongside newer members. Tommy, it says here, Tommy Thayer being in Ace's war paint, okay, says, quote, "I'm not going to get on stage with Tommy wearing my makeup. That's absurd." Now, according to blabbermouth.net, in a statement on Peter Criss's own website, he said both him and Ace have been denied a performance with Gene and Paul for our band's induction, and he calls the situation disgraceful. On KISS's band official website, it stated my writing's atrocious, there was no plans to exclude Ace and Peter from performance. Website states, "Our intention was to celebrate entire history of KISS, given credit to all members, including longtime, current, present members Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer, and additionally Bruce Kulick and Eric Carr, all who made this band what it is, regardless of Hall of Fame's point of view. Contrary to the claims made that the media, we never refused to play with Ace and Peter." Now, all right. This is going to be a long-winded episode. Mike DeBold, if you're out there, he's a big KISS fan. I want him to start telling stories on YouTube as well. He's met just about everybody, if I remember correctly, from this band. He'd be better at this too. But, based on what I just read, combined with, over the years, I've read Kiss and Makeup from Gene Simmons. Briefly mentioned Sex, Money, and Kiss, also from Gene Simmons, with the autographed limited edition. Ace Frehley's No Regrets. Kisses Behind the Mask. And I did briefly read most of Peter's book, but I can't seem to damn find that. And, you know, I mean, Kiss is unique. It has always been unique. I was trying to explain to a friend, my friend Doug actually, about Kiss's natural progression to music of things. Kiss is a cross between New York Dolls and Alice Cooper, kicked up a couple more notches. They, you know, there obviously has always been theatrical rock, going back to Screaming Jay Hawkins coming out of the coffin, Crazy World of Arthur Brown with the flaming head on top, the Tubes, Alice Cooper, of course, with the guillotine baby snake and everything. Okay, Kiss brought attitude, cocksureness, breathing fire, big levitating drums, and other parts of stage acts, everything. The mystery, the whole thing, all of it combined is what makes Kiss kick ass. And they always have been. You either love them or you hate them. That's pretty much how it is. Now, knowing this, and I've been a fan, like I said, since '76, I've been through the good, I've been through the bad, I've been through the interesting and bad. Yeah, that's right, but I love this album. It just don't sound like Kiss. But I love The Elder. I know people are gonna groan at me for that. I don't care. So I just think personally it's a crime. It really is about this whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, of course, has not been, it's not new to controversy. Remember when the Beatles got inducted? Remember when Paul didn't show up? What about Creedence? The whole John Fogerty thing, right? He wasn't going to play with the other two because he felt the other two stabbed him in the back. And George was pretty pissed when Paul wouldn't show up. So, I mean, I'm just giving little examples here. And what about all the bands that aren't even in there yet that qualify to be there? Deep Purple, Moody Blues, Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Monkees. Just a few examples. What I'm getting at is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm sorry, is a sham. It is. There's so much politics. And then what was it? I remember reading something a year or two ago that there was some member of the committee. Now, I don't know if that person is still there or not, or maybe they just overruled him. But there was one guy that supposedly said that he was going to make sure Kiss never, ever got in on his watch because they were a joke band. No, they are not a joke band. They never been a joke band. Okay? But here's the thing. They rock, they kick ass, but they never entirely took themselves seriously. And that was the idea. The rock and roll is supposed to be fun, okay? Saying that, this whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing, Kiss is a dysfunctional family. Okay? It is. It always has been. Every member in this is dysfunctional in their own strange way, in their own strange creative genius ways, or likewise. Okay? Yes, we all know Gene's the most soberest one. He also is the one that is, him and Paul have protected the brand name over all of these years. If it wasn't for Gene merchandising and the coming up with all of these ideas mixed with Paul's love of the band, when Gene went off to do Hollywood things and all that other stuff, Kiss probably would have been buried right after around Elder Creatures of the Night, right around that early time period, because, let's even go back to Unmasked, because, I mean, there's some good stuff on Unmasked, and yes, I gotta agree, I wish they'd strip the keyboards off that album, but, things turned around, okay? But, being known that Ace and Peter admitted in their books that, yes, they were under chemical substances, they were under boozing substances, they've admitted all of this. And, yes, even though they still sometimes have separate different attitudes of laziness/whininess, who doesn't? I mean, there's a lot of rock bands out there that have people like that, okay? I just don't personally understand why for 15 or 20 minutes in the life of this band, they just couldn't get along enough to go on stage and perform 3 songs at the most, okay? Because this isn't a whole Kiss concert, obviously. They're just getting inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, saying that, we could strip the whole entire issue of Ace going off and saying, well, I don't want to be up there because Tommy Thayer's in my makeup. Well, okay, fine. I know Ace and Tommy never really liked each other. It's in Ace's book pretty much. And Tommy does know how to play Ace's music. I mean, he does. That's why the hell he's in Kiss. Gene doesn't go off and put shitty players in Kiss. He doesn't. He's made a couple mistakes, a.k.a. Mark St. John and Vinny. Yeah, we'll talk about Vinny towards the end here. Although, Vinny had the... Anyways, so they bring people in with strange attitudes. We'll leave it at that, okay? But it's a dysfunctional family. And like every dysfunctional family, everybody fights from time to time. Kiss and make up, I know, pun intended. So, you know, why they couldn't have gone off and said, okay, fine, here's what we're going to do. Like they said on the website, let's honor everybody from KISS. That's a straight across the board thing. So what are we talking? We're talking about Gene, Paul, Ace, Peter, Eric Carr. God, I love his drumming. Vinnie Vincent. Yeah, I know. Somebody put a buck in the Vinnie jar for me. Mark St. John, Bruce Kulick, Eric Singer, okay, and Tommy. All of them need to be across the board. That's just how it is, because everybody was in this band. They all contributed. Whether we want to admit it or not, they all contributed. That's how it should be. So, knowing that, what I think they should do, at least this is once again in a middle-aged man's KISS fan's opinion, is that they should have done 3 songs, okay? Do one early, okay, like do a 70s tune, all right? You got your original 4. Oh, and by the way, let's throw something else out there, okay? Nobody gets in makeup. Nobody gets in makeup, okay? That would create less stress. Don't go on with the makeup, any of them. Make it like it was the attitude of Unplugged back in '95, okay? Nobody goes in makeup. They perform at 170 song, the original 4. They do an 80s song or a 90s song, you know, something like that, with a more current lineup. Bring back Bruce and Eric and let them play, okay? And then, of course, finish it off with Rock and Roll All Night, where everybody that is there can all play, and you got your nice big jam at the end, okay? Then everybody gets to play a little bit. Everybody's kind of happy, you know, and okay, fine. You know, a fairy tale type, I know, I'm just dreaming, right? Because it ain't going to happen. But, you know, I love this band. I remember seeing so many negative comments ever since Friday when the Ace's interview on Trunk, which I heard, you know, and there's just all of these negative comments. You know, Gene and Paul are a-holes. Paul's gay. Gene's a... you know, like I said, I'm not gonna name call here. That's stupid. That would drop me down to the lowest level possible. I love all of them. Everybody that was in this band contributed. Okay? I just wish whoever's fault this was would knock it off. Okay? If it was certain band members' faults, rethink about it. You got till April. If it was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's fault, they're a jackass anyway. I'm sorry. This whole Hall of Fame has been so full of politics, red tape, and BS since it got made in '87, was it? Yeah, '87 I think was the first year. It's not really a true Hall of Fame to me. I'm sorry. A true Hall of Fame would be the fans, the musicians. That's what it should be. And I'll tell you something else. All of us KISS fans are the KISS Army, right? Gene, Paul, all of them have said in the past that we, as fans, are the bosses, and they work for us. Well, if this is a band decision, guess what? Us bosses want you to reconsider. Bring everybody in like you said. Play 3 songs. Make everybody happy, okay? Seriously. I don't want to hear about money. I don't want to hear about, hey, who's better than that. No. Let's cut the crap on all this and just do it. All right? Because I tell you right now, it's 2014, 40 years since KISS's first album came out. And I hate to say this, and this isn't a negative thing. This is just realistic. Everybody's getting up there in age. One of them's going to pass. You don't know when, and you're just not going to get that moment back. It's not going to happen. And they need to pack in, and I think this would be perfect. Just pack it in 14. We love you anyway, no matter what happens, but this is what the bosses want. This is what your fans want, is this Let's just do it across the board. No legal crap. If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, screw the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we are not going to stop until we get... Oh, here we go. I know you're wondering. Vinnie Vincent Invasion in the Hall of Fame. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Three Sides. Vinnie Vincent Invasion. That's it. I'm speechless. I got nothing else. Like I said, please, will you put comments, whether you agree with me or not, in the box? I can take positive and negative criticism. I can. But this is, like I said, just one middle-age Kiss fan to another out there in this world. We love you, Gene Paul, Ace Peter, and everybody else that's been in the van. Yeah, even you, Vinny, if you'll straighten up. All right. Take care. God bless. Rock on.